Okay, we are starting Danganronpa Part 9, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule that I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Why wasn't it already in the handbook? That's seriously weird. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Wait, hold on a second. You're freaking wild, you know that? A class trial? What the heck is that? I don't want anything to do with it. Why not? What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the class trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the heck up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one who's being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me, I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then...
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
This is so weird. She was like the only good person in this, even though she's like not even her.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. It's been wide open the entire time. And just like that, she never moved again. What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way! Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right? The audio, I'm just really paranoid about the audio.
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It's the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. Yeah, Makoto. Captain Obvious over here. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die. You didn't really die. This is reality. Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you just say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time. Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Okay, Monokuma needs to start talking like a normal person. Come on. What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of this matters now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it
The Monokuma File!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So, instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstance and cause of death. What's that? How do I know it's the cause of death, you ask? because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I? That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you didn't have any choice, but give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again, left us stunned and confused, left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone, and that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in the perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gone to her. Now is no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just, how many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing waiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened. Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Wait, my sister asked me to do a stereotypical nerd voice for him. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it. Let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment, and they were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something we need to find out. I need to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still I have to know. Otherwise, I knew we'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Okay, let's leave. Hold on. Huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? Oh yeah. What is there to discuss? Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that shit. Okay, then we can just let Mondo look after the crime scene. No, we can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you. Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them, with their stats, they're totally OP. If it means stop it. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Okay.
Just a second.
Oh my gosh, more to discuss. We're going to find out who the killer is, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Thank you, Kyoko, for saying the obvious. What next? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff, but She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries, losing so much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if we did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead. Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? Then it's really real? Heck no. Somebody save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
You're just now accepting that?
Can I leave now? What else is there to discuss? So you finally noticed. Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. There is anything interesting about where Sayaka died. She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. Just for one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. I need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say any more? I'd rather you didn't know. Everyone pray for good luck. That, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. Just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Okay, everyone's leaving. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will. Blah, blah, blah. We already heard that. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Look through the Monokuma file. Victim was Sayaka. Time of death, 1:30 a.m. Body was discovered in Makoto's dorm. All evidence suggests death took place in bathroom. Cause of death, stab wound in the abdomen. Injury on her right wrist, specifically the wrist. Suffered a fracture. We had no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. I had to find out how she was killed. A truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. I don't see anything new or in particular. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. It might reveal something new. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I wouldn't be surprised if it was coated in gold too. Some gold coating has come off on parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle is especially missing a lot of its coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you touch it just a little bit. Replica sword added to truth bullets. Key on the ground. There's my name on it. Must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Blah, blah, blah. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. Of course, you were there. Obviously, would know that. How did the killer get into my room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? Or she let him in? I don't know. No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it, or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere, and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer? Switching rooms added to truth bullets. Oh, the sheath? There's scratches on the sheath. It must have been made with something sharp. How did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense that the sheath would be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you would do is unsheath it. Replica sword sheath, truth bullets. There are scratches and gouges on the walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Great. You're such a good detective, Makoto. It looks like there's been some kind of fight in my room. Oh my god, Makoto. Really? I can't believe it, Makoto. Wow. You're so smart, Makoto. Dang it. I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you. There's no way you could know. Perhaps this is another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of struggle, truth bullets. Toolkit still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which would make sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this. Yeah, seriously. We ain't exactly in the mood for building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then? Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys had opened their toolkits yet. Cause why the hell would we? Toolkit added to truth bullets. I should look around here first. Oh my gosh. Mikado, do what I asked you to do. I should check it. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, do I talk to him? You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum, and that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever found that son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it? That all gets sorted out when the time comes. Okay, great. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Can I look in the bathroom now? Okay, lint roller. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Okay, what else am I supposed to be looking at? I'm gonna Google danganronpa trigger happy havoc investigation 1. Okay, sword, sheath, scratches, key, lint roller, drawer. Speak with Mondo. Okay, so talk to Kyoko again. A few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean? I searched your room, floor, from one corner to another. I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really? Not one hair from the victim? Not one hair from you? Even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, when I was looking around before, it looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I've never even touched it. Could someone have used it to? Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer? That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness, truth bullets handbook. Okay, great. No, I don't want, oh, bathroom. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't dream or illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. I can't hesitate now. But why did Sayaka have to die? Have to uncover the truth. Okay. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. And there I saw. What? Ran on some blood there in the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? But according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. The wrist looks swollen and bloody, and that's for sure. But there's some sort of glittery gold there on her wrist too. Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. So when she broke her wrist, it must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I'm leaving the bathroom. Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself. Huh? You often talk like an aspiring poet? Thank you, Kyoko. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers made me think she wanted to use her body to block them. So she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her. Which means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand to the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? You're not going to tell me? You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message, truth bullets. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Get stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame added to truth bullets section of your handbook. Actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh, the doorknob. You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Sayaka said and shut the bathroom door. Okay. See you guys later. I need to check the bathroom. I thought you already did that. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall out. Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious that this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Would someone want to do that? I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom door doesn't have a lock on it. She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently, struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me. I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck. Did you tell anyone about that? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night, when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense she was really starting to get into all this. Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost. Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there were other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. That's all for now.